1, 2.
Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
This is Saturday coming.
Yeah.
You got a 7, 10. Oh, well, it's basically the same price as that's 8 o'clock tonight. Would you, if the snow is coming Sunday, would you get out of here on Friday or leave it to chance it to Saturday?
Nah, you can get out either day. It doesn't matter. Good. All right. Welcome to the Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting YouTube channel alongside Joe Stolzer. My name is Eddie Sabat, getting ready for the Lehman versus your Baruch Bearcats matchup. This Wednesday at 5:30, the 8-9 Baruch Bearcats coming in 4-2 at the Cuniac go up against the Lehman Lightning. Joe, what are we looking forward towards this matchup?
Well, Eddie, happy Wednesday, Baruch Nation, happy Wednesday. In spite of the brutal weather outside, I hope it's very hot down here in terms of Baruch shooting. But really, a must game. Every game in CUNY is for seedings, for psychological reasons. Baruch has played well this year because a lot of depth for Coach K. Remember, this is going forward without Mia Castillo, who was everything here for the Lady Bearcats. But right now, it's an ensemble, Eddie. Coach K has got people he can count on the bench as well as his starters. It's all going to start with great shot selection and really good defense, not giving up points in the paint.
I like the sound of that, Joe. Looking forward to Amika Castillo, a Baruch legend, now to be carried on by her teammates.
Eddie, Isabella has been great. She's a really talented player, could score. Castellaria, she can score on all levels. Lola Deer has emerged as a clutch player when the game's on the line, a knockdown shooter. We need really good ball movement, Eddie, to free people. That's basically.
We know this Baruch Bearcats team gives up a lot of threes, and Lehman likes to shoot them. So let's see if they can hold them off tonight. And now for your national anthem and your starting five.
Everyone, please rise as we honor America with the national anthem performed tonight by Baruch College softball team member Melanie Roman. First for Lehman Lightning, a 5'7" junior guard from Socrates, New York. Number 3, Jerry Trey. A 5'6" junior guard from the Bronx, New York. Number 10, Elvin Castello. A 5'7" graduate shooting guard from Brooklyn, New York. Number 13, Evan Figueroa. A 5'6" freshman guard from the Bronx, New York. Number 30, Isabella Arujo. And a 5'7" senior guard from Brooklyn, New York. 24, Emily Kennedy. Head coach of the Lightning is Eric Morrison. The assistant coaches John Ridley, Juan Gonzalez, Asia Morrison, Megan Soko, and Curtis Dixon. Now tonight's got up to your Baruch Bearcats. A 5-7 Western guy from Wigan on number 0, Lord Woodruff. A 5-6 sophomore drop for New York, number 1, Diana Morales. A 5-8 senior forward drop for New York, number 12, DeAndre Gray. A 5-6 sophomore guy from Fort Jefferson, New York, number 14, Noah Andrews. And a 5-8 senior forward from Fort New York, number 34, the assistant coaches, Tim Shanahan, Deanna Clark, and Michael Smith, the team manager, Kasha Mitchell. Now, let's play ball.
And those are your starting lineups for the Lehman versus Baruch Bearcats matchup. We are just a couple minutes from tip-off. Joe, what's your prediction?
Well, because this is a rivalry game, Eddie, and tradition, it's CUNY. The team that really makes more plays than the other, basically, of course, we're hoping for a Baruch victory, but the team that really takes care of the ball, makes more plays, will win.
And we are underway at the Arc Arena. Lehman wins the tip, and they push ahead fast. Here's Figueroa, loses out of bounds. Good immediate defense by the Bearcats early. And
well, the Bearcats got lucky. What looked like an easy route to the basket, she didn't have control. Lehman starting in a press, so Baruch has got to really be good with the ball.
An early full court press out of Lehman, and this is exactly what you spoke about, Joe. We're expecting some good ball movement here. Here's Luka with the mid-range, no good. Over the backboard, out of bounds.
You know what? My theory is you should run your offense and go at about 10 or 12. Work the shot clock. It's situational basketball, Eddie, that Baruch has really got to be good at.
Here's Kennedy to Asamoah on the wing. Now to Heaven Figueroa, now to the corner to Kennedy. Swinging around, find them in the paint. No good defense by Ideer.
Well, that's good help defense. And, again, they didn't give up a three-point shot, which looks to be what Lehman wants to do.
Ooh, good idea there. Ideer found McCray in the middle of the paint, tried to dump it off to Morales. It was Morales to McCray there, but pass came in a little too hot, out of bounds.
Well, that two-man game by Baruch has worked well. Usually comes from the elbow down into the post. Morales is great at that. Ideer is great at that.
Here's Asamoah here. To Finelli. Kennedy around the wing. High post to Finelli.
Good positioning.
Drives in left side. Left-handed shot, no good. Here comes DeLuca, looking to push the pace. To Isabella. Good hands by Heaven Figueroa, out of bounds, staying with Baruch.
Coach K seems to like that. Push the ball and end up with the ball in Isabella's hand on the way to the basket.
Here's Ideer, spots up on the right wing for three.
Well, that's her shot, especially when she sets her feet.
We've seen a transition in the NBA as well, Joe, to this fast-paced, get the rebound and go mentality, and now it's being adapted by college levels. Here's Lehman in the corner for three, no good. Well, rebound by McCray, but she kept her head down, lost the ball. Kennedy got a little too excited there, too many steps going the other way.
I think what happens, Baruch not having that traditional floor leader, when somebody like McCray gets the ball, she immediately has to give it up to a more capable ball handler.
Coach K calling out his play. Here's the Luka to Ideer.
Well, Lehman
McCray wide open in the paint. Blocked by Kennedy. She gets her own rebound. Out to Isabella. Finds Lola Ideer. Top of the key three. No good. Tipped by Morales. Picked up by Ideer. Good pass to McCray, and they finish.
Number one, Lehman is bottling up the paint, so Castellaria doesn't have any room to even catch the ball. So Baruch is going to have to work the ball around to the perimeter.
Here's Kennedy, looks a bit incapable from top of the key. Here she is inside. Loses the ball, tough pass from Nelson Asamoah goes out of bounds.
Well, Baruch is doing the other. They're bottling up the paint as well against Lehman, and that caused a turnover. So defensive positioning now working on both ends.
Idea looking like the primary ball handler tonight.
Well, she's capable.
Good find to Morales. Now to Idea. Puts up another three. That one won't fall. Good fight by McCray.
Well,
and it'll stay with the Bearcats.
The Lady Bearcats are making good decisions. If you find Idea with her feet set, it's a good chance, Eddie, it's going to go in.
We got a bit of a clock maintenance issue here.
Sparse turnout tonight, Eddie, unfortunately, because of the weather and other.
On a cold night at 5:30. Idea with another three. That one falls.
Well, that's going to get you a W if Idea is in the game. She's a real game changer lately, you know.
Timeout by Lehman Lightning. And Joe, I think it's very important. We've seen it early. Idea shot 4 threes now, but she didn't lose any confidence. Right away, she got the ball top of the key, didn't hesitate, knocked it down.
You know, on any level, your shooters, you have to literally go with them because they're going to eventually start to knock down shots. It depends how far you want to go with them. I would go with Idea. Now, Lola DeLuca has proved to be a good, also secondary shooter. Of course, Castellari can shoot. Coach K has a lot of depth. But you know what, David? This game, Eddie, this game's going to be decided on defense.
I totally agree. We've seen a hot start from the Bearcats' defense. I don't know if the Lightning have gotten a quality shot up just yet. A lot of balls have been tipped out of bounds.
Eddie, they want to shoot the three.
And there's Finelli on cue, Joe. Knocks it down from deep.
They want to shoot the three. Now, what do you got to do? Contest. You got to put a hand in the shooter's eyes.
Here's a Luca to the high post. Costellarier. Morales couldn't take the heat. Figueroa with a nice move, and here she comes.
Yeah, Morales was in no position to make the catch.
An early double. Run out to Finelli, and she got too quick with her feet. Travel on the other way.
If Baruch is going to use their hands and feet, they're going to cause turnovers and being at the right place at the right time defensively.
We've seen a good defensive stance and rotations from these Bearcats early. You have to hope that identity sticks with them throughout the rest of the season. Here's Isabella Castellari for three, no good. Offensive rebound by Morales, finds Idea, goes up with the right hand, no good. Tipped around, rebound by Lightning, looking to push.
Everything looked good there, but Idea was in too far.
2-on-1, and Heaven Figueroa comes in with an easy two.
Now that's going to kill you as a coach. You do everything and you give up a gimme.
Tied at 5-5, 6 minutes left to go in this first half. Morales finds DeLuca, tied up, and a jump ball.
Well, DeLuca, once she dribbled, that nullified everything because the defense can catch up.
It's a good find by Morales.
Well, they've been doing that regularly, finding each other, but you have to finish now.
That's right. Isabella looks stuck here, finds McCray in the corner. Idea finds Castellari in the post. Nice move, step through. No good. Gets her own rebound, finds Morales in the middle of the paint. Puts up a tough jumper. That won't fall. And that'll go with the Lightning after a battle for the board.
Yeah, you got to finish in the paint. It's so vital. Points in the paint, one of the key categories, which either get you a win or not.
Another clock maintenance issue here. The shot clock. Looks like we got 5:31 left to go in this first half.
Well, it's been a quick first quarter and low scoring, but both teams are capable of really turning it on offensively.
We haven't seen Costellari get in groove just yet. However, Figueroa goes for her second part of the game, no good. Kennedy with a rebound, no look pass to Samoa, and one.
Well, the Euro step made that finish possible. Now, Baruch had been successful bottling up in the paint, and Lehman found a way in spite of that.
Here's Brianna Lopez checking in for Lola DeLuca.
To your point about Castellaria, Lehman, don't forget, has had a game plan for her coming in. There's no doubt. And right now it's working. You know, they put a fence around her, really.
As Samoa couldn't finish the three-point play. Bobbled and saved by Morales. And here come the Bearcats. Full court pass to McCray. Couldn't take it.
You know
Coach
something?
K,
that was a great play.
motivating and appreciates the effort there and the mindset of let's push the pace.
Yeah, you just got to really grab that ball. You're in a great position to score.
Here's Figueroa baseline, finds Finelli in the corner. To Kennedy. Good ball movement by the Lightning. Here comes a Samoa for three, and she knocks it down.
Well, you know what was bad about that, Eddie, is that the shooter had so much time to get no defense.
Here's McCray to Isabella. Goes up with the left hand, and she puts it in through some contact. Across the Larry with her first bucket of the game.
Well, she found a way through the, convergence on her.
Finelli with a tough pass. Finds his way to Figueroa for three, no good. Morales with the rebound. Idea now looking to push the pace.
Well, now's the time that momentum has to go either way. We're kind of midway through the first period. Who's going to emerge here?
Here's our Idea, top of the key, no good. Remember the Lightning looking to push the pace.
That was what you wanted. Idea to set her feet. She was wide open.
Gets Kennedy in the paint.
Little travel, no call.
Got away with it, no good from the corner, and here comes Brianna Lopez.
Brianna Lopez is the floor general when in the game. She's got a great handle.
Morales takes Figueroa in mid-range through the contact. She's going to the free throw line.
You know, the last few games, it's been an interesting start for a really great player, I think, in Liliana Morales. I mean, she's really come on, this season. She's gotten off to some really good starts. Both ends, she rebounds. She's a lot of energy, and she's been scoring. So Coach K's got a lot of options to go with.
Here's Morales, misses the first. McCray chases down the rebound.
Well, there's
Arid pass, and it'll stay with the Bearcats.
McCray's effort just goes unnoticed. Doesn't go noticed on the broadcast setting, but she just does things that keep plays alive and put you in a good position to win.
McCray heads to the bench. Only 2 rebounds on the stat sheet, but she's tipped that ball maybe 5 or 6 times already.
Well, now in the game, Lopez can get to the basket. Not sure why she passed that up because she had a route to the basket.
Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bearcats. And yeah, to your point, Joe, I think Brianna Lopez really had a good lane there, staying aggressive. She looked to pass too quickly, and Lehman was ready for it.
I think she wants to be a leader out there, but she can also, be effective offensively.
Morales with a good drop step. Just bounces off the rim. Good move. And here come Lightning.
That was a pro move.
Goes up with the right hand. No good. And now here's Costalaria coming down. Looking to pass. Doubled. Tripled, actually. Chase down. Lopez dives on the floor. Bodies hit the deck. 2, 3 of them. And a jump ball is called, and it's going with the Lightning.
Well, Isabella had the right idea, but when you dribble into traffic, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Remember, she's up against not one defender, but a few.
Sage Finelli.
Castellaria.
We'll check back in for Evan Figueroa as well as Giselle Matthias checked into the game.
Well,
7-10 Lightning.
Right now, again, both teams are, trying to figure out what the other team is doing. Once again, it's all about the 3 for Lehman.
Cross-court pass. Samoa got through, but Kennedy could not finish the play.
Yeah, that was a lucky play for Baruch to, they were caught not being at home in the lane.
Thorin Lewis checked into the game for the Bearcats as well. Coach K calling out the play here.
Thornton Lewis, a 3-point threat.
Morales sets the screen. Goes to the left side. Blocking foul called.
I'll tell you, a crossover from Brianna Lopez, she's on her way to the basket. I'm not sure Lehman can defend that.
Slow to get up, but back on her feet. No free throws just yet. Thorin Lewis to inbound. Precious Mitchell checked into the game as well.
Well, Mitchell is similar to McRae in the effort that she gives you.
Here's Lopez orchestrating the offense. Takes the screen from Morales. Idea on the wing, resets. Trying to squeeze it into Thorne Lewis. Too tight of a window there.
It's a great idea, but right, the defense was able to get in front.
Lehman with a mid-range wedgie. And it's going to the line, to the Bearcats, excuse me.
Eddie, you know, I'm starting to count how many wedgies I see per season. Nobody makes mention to that because it is kind of a, you know, don't see it often.
I'd say it's pretty rare.
I love when the player jumps up to get it because then, you know, we really know we have people that can jump in that game.
God knows you and I can't get up there, Joe.
If the money was on the line, I think I would really make an effort.
I believe it. 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Morales in the low post, steps through on the right side, banks it home.
Well, that you can't do better. We need to see more of Morales attacking. I don't think they have an answer for her.
Here's Araho to the corner. Back to Araho. Matthias. Stolen by Idea. Here come the Bearcats.
Well,
Brandon Lopez pushing full court. And too many, excuse me, foul called. Lopez is in a tough position there, but we'll take the call.
Well, Lopez got bailed out because she kind of
lost herself on her way there.
So Lehman bailed her out. Well, Eddie, minute 39, I like Baruch's body language. I like, you know, I feel mentally where they're at.
Likewise.
And I really believe that if they can keep this mindset, Lehman is going to get unraveled.
Lopez free throw ties the game at 10-10 with a minute 39 left to go. One for two on the line, but Coastal Area with the rebound. And the second opportunity. Idea and Thorne Lewis get back down the floor. Coastal Area in the low post. Bodies up Asamoah. No call.
Well, Isabella's got to make that shot. That's a gimme. And I think Coach K wants a lot of cutters because there are going to be people cutting.
Asamoah finds Finelli in the corner, but she could not finish. We saw there. Coastal Area is just way bigger than Asamoah trying to guard her in the post. So
well,
what did she lean into? She tried to flop for an offensive foul.
Yeah, she's going to have to be crafty and get underneath people, around them.
Here's Lopez, loses the handle. Gets it back. Down to Coastal Area. Idea on the left wing. Offense a bit in a rut here. Here's Precious Mitchell. Thorne Lewis is cutting. Precious Mitchell hit her on the wing instead. And that'll go off of the Lightning. Idea with a heads-up play there.
Well, Eddie, like we said from the beginning, really smooth passing has got to be the recipe for the Lady Bearcats because it either will set up cutters or somebody could get free for a shot.
Here's Idea to Isabella. A lot of hands, no call. Here comes Idea putting up a desperation shot. It did hit rim. Or the refs say it didn't. Shot clock violation with 41.5 left to go. Still a 10-10 ball game here in this first half.
Yeah, surprisingly low scoring with the talent on the court for both teams.
Oh, excuse me. I said first half. I meant first quarter.
Yeah,
My mistake, Joe. It's been a bit. It's been a little bit.
No. But you know what? In today's game, halves, quarters.
Too many steps from Asamoah. It's going the other way. 26 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Just trying to get the rust off, Joe. We'll get there.
Eddie, when Syracuse played UConn back in the day, they played 6 overtimes, so I forgot the whole concept of period, halves, because it threw it out the window.
Here's Lopez. Oh, arid pass. McRae put her head down for a second. It's going the other way with 12 seconds left to go.
Well, the unforced turnovers is what makes coaches either lose their hair, go gray, or all of the above. You didn't do anything. You threw the ball away by yourself.
6 turnovers apiece for the Lightning and the Bearcats in this first quarter. Here's Asamoah, lines one up from 3, no good. Fight for the rebound. Figueroa gets it. Couldn't get it off in time. Would not have counted it anyways And that's the end of the first quarter, Joe. 10-10 ball game going in the second.
Yeah, hard game to figure out so far after one.
Very.
That we do have a lot of offense on the court, but it's been a combination of turnovers. Basically both teams not shooting high percentage-wise. So we're knotted up going into the second period. One team really hasn't emerged. It's been close, right, from the whole.
I agree.
From the whole game. No team has gone on a run or.
It looked like the Lightning were getting better quality shots early on, but I mean, to your point, Joe, the Lightning are shooting 25% from the field, and the Bearcats are shooting 23.5%. So no one's really got it going right now.
So it's as cold in here as it is outside, really.
Bearcats are shooting 1 for 8 from 3. A lot of that straight from low idea, but you have to love the confidence, but eventually they got to fall.
Yeah, I'm glad I have my jacket on and I have my scarf nearby because we're getting it from all ends, this cold. Arctic cold. Not cold, Arctic cold.
The mentioned idea, shooting 1 for 6 from 3, 1 for 7 from the field. And so to be shooting like that in a tie ball game, it's a good sign to come.
Well, DeLuca, when she's in the game, she's not. But she's been, a reliable shooter for Coach K.
DeLuca 1 shot tonight, 0 for 1 from 3. The Lehman Lightning start off the quarter with the ball. Here's Evan Figueroa with Brianna Lopez. McRae reads that pass and steals it.
Well,
Trying to get to Idea.
That was a late Christmas gift by Lehman.
Idea with a no-look to Isabella. Goes up through contact, puts it through. A great play to start the quarter. Fast pace the other way. McRae with another hand on the ball, and Thorne Lewis ends up with it.
Well, Baruch getting a lot of presents here, even though we're a month away, since Christmas.
Idea with a pass to Costalaria on the pick and roll, and she's going to head to the free throw line.
Well, remember for years, Mia Castillo would start to take over games. We are seeing that now with Isabella Costalaria. She's capable, and that's what I've been yelling for breakouts from her. She almost had one last game. I should take that back. She did.
Hits the first in the free throw line.
So don't be surprised if this is another breakout game for Isabella. Statistically.
Goes 2 for 2 from the line, and the Bearcats take a 4-point lead.
Well, here's that momentum turn.
Here come the Lightning. Figueroa to Asamoah in the corner. Finelli. Low post. Miscommunication there by the Bearcats, and that's just a wide open shot.
Well, especially when the Bearcats were on a little run, Eddie.
Here comes that full court press again. Brianna Lopez pressured. She's doubled. McRae bails her out, and here's Idea. Tough pass. Isabella to Thorne Lewis, blocked by Figueroa.
Well, Lehman hasn't had an answer for the interior passing of Baruch. So I think Coach K wants that to be kind of the offense now.
Lopez and Thorne Lewis check out. Morales and DeLuca back in the game. Costalaria doubled. DeLuca to Morales. Sizes up. Picked up her dribble too early, and Kennedy with the steal and transition foul. Oh, excuse me.
Wow.
Travel called. Kennedy, that's her second of the game.
Well, that's a present for Baruch because that looked like a turnover, but it.
You can't deny the gifts Baruch's been getting early. They've been getting bailed out here and there. McRae with a mid-range. No good. Fight for the rebound. Ends up with Lehman. Samoa pushing. DeLuca on her hip. Goes up on the left side. Left hand, she finishes through contact.
Yeah, Morales looks like she might have tweaked her ankle on that last play. And
slow to get back down the floor.
Lady Bearcats cannot afford to lose a player like Morales, nor do you ever want to see an injury. But
Joe, just when you thought the Bearcats are picking it up, Lightning came right back. They took a 4-point lead. We're back to tied at 14.
Well, notice how Lehman scored on a broken play. Defensively, in a game like this, you really have to be on top of yourself. 1 or 2 plays that he could make or break a game. Remember, firstly, this is a rivalry game. Excuse me. Always great games between these CUNY teams. Home or away.
Idea with a full court pass to McRae. Finds Morales. Easy two. Good offense out of the full court press from the Bearcats.
It's been working all night.
Now here's Figueroa on the other end, no good. Air ball, rebound by Idea. She tracks it down, looking to push the pace once more.
Now, Baruch has got to stay what's been working.
Finds Morales once again, and she puts it through for another easy two. Quick timeout by the Lightning, and Idea is orchestrating the floor now.
Well, you know what, Lehman, with their body language, they look like they need a nap. You know what I mean? They're walking gingerly back to the bench, and Baruch is fired up.
Coming out of the timeout, Joe, we wanted to see more Isabella Costelari. We wanted to see more Idea. But now we're seeing Liliana Morales with being in the right position at the right time for Idea to set her up.
What's to your point, Eddie, the depth of Baruch this year has really been neat. That Coach K could turn to his bench, put somebody in, and they produce. Thornton Lewis can hit the three. Of course, McCray, Mitchell do the energy work with a capital E. The freshman, DeLuca, could do anything that you want. She's not a freshman, really, because you grow up fast, especially in college basketball.
The Lehman Lightning getting some words of encouragement from, not only from their coach, but from the sideline as well, from a couple of the fans here. Here's Figueroa. Baseline jumper is good.
Well, you hate to give up an
Mushmaniru.
uncontested shot. You know, you're supposed to work so hard on defense.
The Lightning been living on that baseline, looking for the corner three, looking for the baseline jumper, and Mushmaniru has been the benefactor thus far.
Yeah, defense is your ticket to success. Really non-negotiable.
18-16 ball game, 7:30 left to go in this first half. Here's Isabella. Tries to step through on a Samoa, but couldn't put it through. And now here's Emily Kennedy looking to push the pace with Idea. Loses the handle, and Idea with the pickup, and they're going the other way.
Well, Idea is, just made so many plays this season on both ends for Baruch.
Finds Morales baseline, pump fake, drives in left side, it's good. And the Bearcats back with their 4-point lead,
now,
led by Liliana Morales.
Right. Morales, when she wants, really could be a factor on both ends.
Here's Samoa again. Mushmaniru on that baseline jumper once more. This time won't fall. DeLuca with the rebound. Some pressure and a bad foul by Maniru on DeLuca.
Well, you could see the body language of Lehman, that they are really bothered by what's happening here. We're basically midway through the second period. Baruch has a 4-point lead, but mentally, Lehman is not in a good place.
6:36 left to go in this first half. Idea to the corner. DeLuca. No good. Finds her own rebound. Chases it down. And she'll reset. No, she'll get it to McCray, but a foul called early.
Angela Baccarella for years had an incredible career for the Lady Bearcats.
Thinking the same, Joe.
And DeLuca is doing it right now. We wish the best to Angela Baccarella, her family, who is so great at supporting the Lady Bearcats game in, game out, away games. We wish them well.
Morales finds room straight down the middle, and Idea feeds it to her for two.
Well, Baruch has found the formula.
It's Idea to Morales.
And this lead is slowly building for the Lady Bearcats.
Bearcats with a 6-point lead now. Here's Maniru in the corner once more. To Finelli. Into the paint. Sees three bodies. Kicks it out to Figueroa. Morales jumps on the pump. No good. Rebound by Kennedy, and she'll reset. Figueroa gets it to Samoa. 6 minutes left to go in this first half. Figueroa. Top of the key on Isabella. Drives hard left side. Foul called and one for Evan Figueroa. Tough take to the bucket. Counted and one.
Well, that was a solid move, but still, if you have a shot blocker, you can defend that. But if not, you have to play very, very good defense, especially help defense. Somebody's got to come over, take away the path that Figueroa had.
Figueroa, really quick first step there. It looked like Isabella went with it, moving with her hands instead of her feet. Misses the free throw, though. It stays a 4-point lead. DeLuca in the corner. Drives in. Idea. Now to Isabella for three. Rims in and out. Rebound by Samoa.
Well, you know, every week I have this issue about WD-40 on the rim. Just some strange things happen about the ball going in or not going in.
Sage Finelli goes in, no good. And now DeLuca, good hands by Finelli. She comes back the other way, going up on the right side. Right hand, no good. Born lefty couldn't finish on the right side.
Well, Baruka's got to take care of the ball, especially they had the lead. It looked like it was going to build.
They've been bailed out a couple times now, Joe. Some press defense, some quick hands by the Lightning. They just can't convert, and that's what keeps this lead at 4 for the Bearcats.
But you know what? Like I said, I didn't like Lehman's body language. Baruka's got to take advantage of it.
Quick hands again by Finelli, and DeLuca comes and trips Kennedy. Incidental contact, but foul's called with 4:53 left to go. Another turnover, Joe.
Right. Now, you know, again, coaches get old quickly because of, you know, unprovoked turnovers.
Finelli with a couple straight possessions with good hands here. Yet to see Samoa or Kennedy be a real factor as Kennedy gets it on the wing. To Figueroa in the middle of the paint. Hers won't drop. And here's Idir coming down.
Well, Lehman's executing. They're just not making shots.
Picked up her dribble early. McRae finds Isabella. Kennedy comes in flying hot. Fouls Isabella, and she'll go to the free throw line. Costa Larry or Will?
Well, Isabella's going to get contact because they are keying on her. And she could have a lot of N1 attempts.
Checking into the game now is Giselle Matthias, along with Nicole Nwatu.
Well, you got to make your free throws because that's what they are, free. And in such a close game, you want to get every point you can.
Isabella goes over 2, but Morales with the rebound, and she'll reset. Here's DeLuca to Isabella. Now Idir. Looks from deep, decides not to. Morales, some good hands. Figueroa once more leads ahead for Kennedy. Goes up on the right side, and she can finish with 4:20 left to go.
Well, you know what? Baruch is letting Lehman start to feel good about themselves.
Sometimes all a team needs is a little bit of momentum. Here's Idir now. DeLuca gets the switch with Kennedy. Finds McRae in the paint. Dribble one fit. Woo! One-handed on the left side is good for McRae, excuse me. And she'll go to the free throw line for an and one.
Well, McRae just contributes game in and game out. It's just a matter of when.
Tough finish from McRae. She went wrapped around the screen. Finishes on the left side to complete the three-point play, and she does. McRae with a three-point play to increase the Bearcat lead to 5.
What's good about it for Baruch is you never know who's going to make that big play. That's the recipe for a W.
Here's Kennedy, top of the key now. Isabella leaving her space. Matthias, pump fake, steps into the inside for the 2. No good. Figueroa chases down the rebound. Goes in on the left side, right-handed. Push shots, no good. McRae, fight for the rebound, and she gets it out to Idir. Great play by McRae. Idir finds DeLuca. Back to Idir. Coach K begging Morales to get inside. Here's McRae, gets it to Isabella. On the right side, no good. Finds her own miss. Foul on the rebound. Will stay with the Bearcats. Coach K irate, begging Isabella to get in the paint there.
Well, the thing is, she's really being defended. So I hear what he's doing, but maybe we need her as a decoy and get it to somebody who may be really less defended.
Bearcats in the bonus sends Isabella to the free throw line. She hits her first. And she goes 2 for 2 to increase the lead to 7, making up for her past misses. Lehman gets down the floor quick. Here's Samoa.
7-point Lady Bearcat lead.
Lehman's been living in that corner, and Matthias makes the Bearcats pay
for
2.
You know what? You're letting them hang around, Eddie.
Just camping out there in that corner. Bearcats aren't rotating out quick enough, leaving some wide open jumpers. McRae to Isabella. Now DeLuca. Idir now setting up the offense. Crossover. Behind the back. Goes in left side. Drops it off to McRae. No foul called. And it hits the top of the basket to go out of bounds. The stanchion. Tough finish from McCray. She just couldn't put it through. 2:32 left to go in this first half. 27-22 lead for the Bearcats.
Well, again, as this quarter moves on, Baruch was really making their move to extend this lead, and then they let Lehman make a play, then a second play, and they're back in.
Finelli goes baseline, finds Matthias. Too many steps once again, and it'll be Bearcats ball. Another turnover for the Lightning.
Well, when Baruch defensively shows up, good things happen.
10 turnovers each way for the Bearcats and Lightning. It's a bit sloppy, but with some good defense as well. People like Sage Finelli, good hands on defense. Likewise for Idir. Isabella finds DeLuca on the wing. On baseline, no good.
Yeah, DeLuca cold to begin with.
Figueroa pushes the pace. Here's Matthias, goes up on the left side, no good. Kennedy chases down the rebound. Figueroa long two, and she puts it through.
Well, Lehman wanted it more on that possession. And that's got to concern Coach K because that's what builds confidence.
Idir to DeLuca. Minute 30 left to go. Idir lets it fly. No good. Chased down by McCray. She finds Isabella. No good. DeLuca with the rebound. Stolen by Kennedy. Here's Asamoah going the other way. Sage Finelli sets up. Won't pull it that time. And here's Matthias in the corner. Asamoah finds herself open in the middle of the paint. She couldn't finish. Wrap around, tries to save it, and she does to Figueroa. Now Kennedy on the wing with 1 minute left to go. Charge drawn by McCray. Way to set up outside the restricted area.
Well, Lehman is back in the game. Their body language, their mentality, and Baruch really had that going for them, but they, again, Eddie, they let Lehman hang around.
Offensive foul is a way to stop that momentum, though. McCray recognized that Figueroa was going in with some reckless abandon, set herself up for an easy take. Idir left open on the wing. Won't take it. Here's DeLuca now. And Lehman's in a 2-3 zone here. So that means Morales is open high post. Finds Isabella on the left wing. She knocks it down to increase this lead to 6 with 35 seconds left to go. Good offensive organization by the Bearcats. Here come the Lightning. Maniru double down low. Can't take the handle. Stolen by Idir. Picked up by Isabella. 20 seconds left to go.
There's defense getting it done for you.
Isabella finds DeLuca. She'll slow it down to use the rest of the game clock. Errant pass goes into the bleachers as Morales couldn't track it down.
Well, the turnovers have got to be one of the discussions from Coach K at half, because that's why it's only a 6-point lead. Could have been much bigger. I mean, Lehman was ready to go back on the van.
6 seconds left to go in this first half. 3 seconds. Here's Finelli. Left side. Push shot no good, and that'll end the first half. Bearcats going into the locker room with a 6-point lead, 30-24. And that half was all about Liliana Morales.
Well, I think it was a collective group of people that really showed up at different times. Morales went on her own little run. We haven't really seen her, get on a roll, but the 30 points have come from different people. But the main thing is that Lehman, I thought, were ready to pack it in, but then Baruch allowed them to regroup. And so it's been an up and down first half, Eddie.
We saw Baruch go down by 4, then go up by 4, then go down by 2, now up by 6. It's been a game of runs, but not in the way that you'd expect. I think the Lightning, to your point, got really down on themselves once they lost that 4-point lead.
And that's when you got to really, put the foot on the gas pedal.
But that's just not what we saw, Joe. Once the Bearcats got it going, next thing you know, turnover, steal by the Lightning. Bearcats throw it out of bounds. Back and forth we go.
How often do we see the mental errors come out in the game, Eddie?
That's a combined 23 turnovers just in this first half by both teams. and an inefficient game as well. I know you mentioned it earlier, Joe, but now the Lightning are shooting 11 for 34 at 32%, and the Bearcats are shooting 11 for 33 at 33%.
Turnovers have been a big topic in late games for the Lady Bearcats. I think the other night, I couldn't count that high of the turnovers. They were like an ungodly number. So we have to really be smart with the ball. And you know something, Eddie? If you don't have that really leader out there, that, floor leader, point guard, sometimes this is going to happen because Coach K can only do what he can. Mm-hmm. But on the court, you need people that kind of have a leader that, can clog up the leaks, so to speak.
Agreed. A couple bright spots here, as we mentioned. Liliana Morales found her rhythm in the middle of that first half. I believe it was in that second quarter, where she had just 2 or 3 easy buckets from Idea feeding her. But I think another bright spot that we haven't spoken about too much is the free throw line. Now, the Lightning been to the line one time, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. However, the Bearcats, they've been there 11 times, 6 for 11. And I think that's the difference with the 6-point lead here.
I think what really is you just have to really sometimes gather yourself, Eddie. It's not that difficult at this point in the year. A lot of the younger players have experience, and some of your older players, like Idea, is a veteran, and she's shown it in a lot of crucial occasions for the Lady Bearcats. So I think it comes down to, I keep saying, this is like a heavyweight fight, teams throwing punches at each other, and it's really who is the last team standing. If this has got the making of a close game, it's going to be a play or two that decides it. So let's see. 30-24. Let's see what the second half, how things early on in the third quarter, unfold.
Agreed, Joe. And I think one more thing to mention is just the defensive discipline out of the Bearcats. Early on, you see Idea picking up 2, 3, 4 loose balls just because there's active hands all around. And speaking of active hands, that leads me to DeAndre McCray. I don't know if the stat sheet shows it, but she's got what feels like every possession, a hand on the ball, either on the rebound or she's setting up for a good cut.
But see, she's spoiled us, Eddie, because her efforts have been consistent, in all areas of the game. And really, she's had an admirable career here. Sometimes players, high-profile players like Mia Castilla, they get all the headlines, but then you forget these other players that do stuff that doesn't show up, in the tabloids, the newspapers. But we here on this broadcast always shout out, things that people might not see in the highlight reels. It's a big part of the Baruch tradition in all sports, whether baseball, the player that comes off the bench to get the pinch hit. And by the way, speaking of baseball gets underway, I believe, this coming Monday as Coach Torres defends his CUNY championship and the amazing run of the baseball team here with their tradition of excellence, both on the court and off. Many of the alumni really making their way in society, different areas of finance, and, great kids here, and now really adults. It's been a pleasure to have dealings with Coach Torres and his baseball program. But anyway, great second half coming. Baruch Nation, don't go anywhere. The men play afterwards, and you know what that's about. Lehman Baruch is always must-see TV, Eddie.
Always.
Men's as well. So we'll step away for a bit. We'll be back for the second half.
You're watching the Baruch Bearcats broadcasting YouTube channel from the Arc Arena. We'll join you for the second half. Welcome back to the Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting YouTube channel alongside Joe Stolzer. Eddie Sabag here. Getting ready to tip off the second half for the Lehman Lightning versus the Baruch Bearcats. Bearcats going into the second half with a 6-point lead. And the main difference here, Joe, free throws.
Yeah, that's a startling number.
Bearcats shooting 6 for 11 from the free throw line. The Lightning only 0 for 2.
Right. Well, remember, the Lightning really want to be about the three, and they haven't really been successful there.
With that kind of mindset, Lehman Lightning shooting 2 for 9, and the Bearcats 2 for 12.
Yeah.
So not a three-point night for either team.
Lehman is mixed and matched in their ways of scoring.
Morales now steps in for the mid-range, no good. Ball finds their way back to her. Isabella, no good. And it's going with the Lightning.
Well, those were two easy shots that didn't go down.
Bearcats are getting what they want where they want. And it'll come. Here's Sage Finelli.
Now, remember,
Cross court to Kennedy.
Baruch had Lehman ready to pack up and leave, and then they let Lehman back in the game. So let's see how things start out here in the third period. And right now, McCray, remember, Eddie, nursing a left knee injury, but valiantly playing. Morales can go off at any minute.
Here's Costellarier, finds Idir. Cross court to DeLuca in the corner. Back to Idir. She lines up with a right wing three, and she puts it through to increase this lead to 9 for the Bearcats.
Well, that's your recipe for winning. DeLuca Idir setting a feet. And a capable three-point shooter.
Bearcats in his zone now. Figueroa, finds Sage Finelli in the corner. No good. Rebound by McCray.
Well,
Bearcats up 33-24 here to start the second half.
Lehman was able to get a three-point shot off, which Baruch does not want to do.
Finelli gets aggressive. A little too aggressive as she draws. Oh, excuse me. Foul. Timeout called by Coach K. Sense the pressure, wanted to get Idir out of harm's way.
I think Coach K wants to get off to a brisk start here in the third period. I think the lead is at a point where you can really expand it. And how you're going to do that is defensively. Lehman wants to shoot the three. Mm-hmm. Take away the three and make them earn driving to the basket. And if you defend, you're okay. But take away that three, which is what Lehman wants to do. And, Eddie, it starts with good positioning, moving your hands and feet. Make sure the player's in front of you. Fundamentals.
Bearcats coming to the timeout with a set offense. Here's Morales to McCray. Figueroa reads the pass. She's going coast to coast for the easy two.
I just said fundamentals, and what happens, another giveaway. We're a month and change away from Christmas. No presents.
Turnover-riddled game on both sides here. That time, Heaven Figueroa reading the passing lane. McCray tries to get it in quickly. Instead, it bounces out to Idir. Her top of the key three, no good. Rebound caught by Kennedy, and now they're pushing the pace. Here's Samoa, goes out on the right side, steps through, and she gets herself an easy two to cut the Bearcat lead to 5.
If I'm Coach K, I'm concerned with the easiness that Lehman is getting to the basket.
DeLuca finds Isabella going on the right side, and she draws a blocking foul. That'll send her back to the free throw line. The theme continues.
Well, if there was ever a time that Isabella should take over a game, it's now. Because both teams are kind of, they're there. But you need somebody to emerge and really take over, which is what Mia Castillo, did for so long here at Baruch.
Isabella Costellarier misses the first and puts in the second. Bearcat lead is now 6.
By the way, Isabella played at the same high school as Mia Castillo.
You have to wonder if that had some influence for Isabella coming over to Baruch. Here's Figueroa on the right side. She bodies her way in for 2.
Well, Figueroa has been a difference maker here in the third period.
Idir with a full court press. And Isabella's pass late to Morales as she was waiting for that ball in the paint.
You know what? If she would have crossed over to her left, she would have had an easy lane to the basket.
A couple options there, but the game may be moving a little bit too fast for Coastal Area. Idea checks it into her now. Finds Luke on the left wing. She spots up for three. Short chases her own rebound. Loose ball. Who's going to get it? And it'll stay with the Bearcats. Good hustle by DeLuca and Isabella Coastal Area. 7:08 left to go in this third quarter. 34-30. Baruch Bearcats lead.
Well, the hustle and desire is there for the Lady Bearcats, game in and game out.
Lehman coach questioning the call, but to no avail. Here's idea to Morales. Now drops it off to Isabella. She goes in strong. No good, and here come the Lightning.
Well,
pushing the pace.
Isabella's got to finish, Eddie.
Samoa couldn't handle the pass. Lehman for three, and they knock it down. Isabella Arajo.
Well,
Arajo, excuse me.
We said if you let a team hang around.
Arajo with the steal, and another easy bucket, and the Lehman Lightning will take the lead. Careless play by the Bearcats. And another loose ball picked up by Idea. She's doubled. Foul called. And Idea just gets out of harm's way, telling her teammates to settle down.
You know, again, Lehman is hung around. And Baruch is just giving them opportunities, okay? Baruch had that nice lead. They find themselves trailing now.
Full court press once again by the Lightning. Morales goes in strong, decides to take it back out. Isabella finds Idea, cop at the key. She puts it too.
Well,
and the Bearcats answer back. The lead of their own. Here comes Arajo, and she misses the layup. Bearcats with an opportunity. Arajo chasing.
Idea has really emerged as a leader for this team.
Fast-paced game. McCray ended up with the ball, and she took it away from Isabella, as it looked like Idea was looking for her.
Yeah, we're about 15 blocks from Madison Square Garden. This is taking on a hockey game, Eddie.
Fast-paced game here now with just over 6 minutes left to go. Bearcats a 2-point lead. Here's Arajo for three. She puts in her her eighth straight point.
Well,
8-0 run for Arajo herself.
The question is, how does Baruch gather themselves?
Morales no good. Here comes Kennedy, chased by Lopez. Drops it off to Arajo. And she can't finish that time. Figueroa flies in for the rebound, keeps it alive. And it starts again with Sage Finelli. Lightning reset. Figueroa finds herself open on the left wing. She can't put it through. Rebound by the Bearcats. Idea to bring it up.
Well, the energy is on the side of Lehman.
No look pass from Idea, and McCray puts it through.
Well, it's end-to-end play now. They call it racehorse basketball, Eddie.
Slow feet by the Bearcats, and Kennedy takes advantage to take the lead back. It's back and forth here, Joe. Lead changes. Lopez hits the deck. McCray tries to get it to the Morales, but she can't. Full court pass now to Kennedy. The Lightning pushing. Here's Figueroa, drives in hard. On the left side of the right hand, no good, but a foul.
Well, both teams are, really playing sloppy basketball, not taking care of the ball, defensive lapses. And I think you have to have the leaders on the court that really say, hey, listen, let's take a deep breath and regroup, because, Eddie, games get out of hand sometimes. You could be the favorite, the better team, but mentally you get a little out of it.
Figueroa hits the free throw, increases Lightning lead to 2. Two for two from the line, and you have to hope that the Bearcats find their identity now, Joe.
Well, the thing is, I keep saying that when Brianna Lopez is in the game, she should be the leader. She should be the consummate point guard.
Ball stolen by the Lightning, picked back up by Baruch, and here they come. Idea trying to get it through in the full court press, found Morales, but she forced it through too quickly. And that leads to another steal. Here comes Kennedy in the Lightning. No Bearcats chasing, and she puts down an easy 2. Coach K needs a timeout.
Well, the minute Isabella put the ball on the floor, it was a swarming group of hands by Lehman. and they took advantage of it. So you want Isabella to have the ball, but also if it's going to be, that kind of result, it's tough.
That was a tough stretch for the Bearcats, as we saw an 8-0 run by Arajo herself, Isabella Arajo, leading into 3 straight Baruch turnovers. None of the Bearcats can really get their energy up, get on track.
Yeah, and Lehman is just take advantage of what they're given. A turnover here, an opening to the lane here, loose ball here. So, it's not anything we haven't seen before. But now, how does Coach K rally his troops with this deficit? Because remember, Baruch's been up most of the game.
The 6-0 lead going into the half, now down 5 in only about 5 minutes. It's been a real change and shift in energy early on.
So how do you keep the troops with that mindset? This is where great teammates rally each other. It's not always about when things are going good. It's how you climb out of situations where you have to solve, really quickly. We need the good leadership on the floor, positive enforcement.
The Bearcats take it baseline out of bounds. Full court press once again. Idir goes into harm's way, and it's stolen by the Lightning. Here comes Sage Finelli on the left side. Finds herself open, decides to swing it out to Asamoah. And now Matthias spots up for 3. Air ball, saved by Finelli, and the Bearcats have an opportunity to push the pace here. Here's Isabella now, coastal area. Dangerous pass, once again stolen by the Lightning. Here comes Figueroa. Left side on Lopez, and she puts it through. And the Lightning lead increases to 7.
Well, that's just
Coach K.
That's just desire, Eddie.
Can't stand to look at his team. Quick to Thorin Lewis. Gets it to Morales. On the left side, blocked by Finelli. And Samoa picks up the ball. Bearcats just can't get a quality look, Joe.
Well, they're confused because a little while ago they thought Lehman was back on their way to, Upper Manhattan.
Arajo blocked from behind by Morales. Hands by Arajo. And the foul on Thorin Lewis. Bearcats have to settle down and settle in. DeLuca checks back into the game for Isabella.
Well, the thing is they can't get it back in one possession. Have to make a great play, a great decision, and, climb back into this game.
Bearcats pushing against the press. Two-handsy again by Arajo. And this press has been proven to be pretty effective thus far in the third quarter, Joe.
Well, with Lopez and Idea in the game, the Bearcats can dribble out of a press. But it's what they do when they get out of the press. They can't turn it over.
Thorin Lewis in the corner, finds Morales in the post. Doubled now. Finds back to Thorin Lewis. Idea top of the key. She lines one up, and she off rim. Rebound by Samoa and fouled by the Bearcats.
That was a great open look for Idea, which would have really gotten the Bearcats back into the game.
Would have shifted that momentum for sure.
But, again, you can't dwell on what happened. You have to keep moving forward. Where do you get it back? On defense now. You got to make plays.
Lehman open for 3 in the corner, and Arajo puts it down. She is having a night, Joe. Now Brianna Lopez pushing against the press. Finds Idea, lines up another 3, and that one falls. Bearcats answer back to keep the lead at 7.
You can count on Idea. She's proven it this season.
Figueroa on Thorin Lewis. Now to Matthias. Setting up on Thorin Lewis. Finds Kennedy. Won't take the jumper. And the Bearcats get lost. Samoa goes in. Left hand on the right side. Banks it home.
Well, Lehman wants it more than Baruch at this point.
Lopez tripped by Kennedy. Slow to get up here.
Lehman has built a 9-point lead based on wanting it more. their body language says we want it more at this point.
They want it more. There's more energy, but that's also led to a few more fouls, and that is what's sending Brandon Lopez to the free throw line.
Right.
Silly foul, and now the Bearcats, the only thing that's really kept them in this game, Joe, is the free throws. They're 7 for 13 from the free throw line, and they keep going back.
Right. Now, it's interesting because on the floor for the Bearcats is everybody but Isabella Castellari. Let's say your high-profile player is not on the court. Do you attempt to come back without her now?
Lopez goes 1 for 2. Miscommunication by the Bearcats, and Asamoah goes in like it's a layup line. Idir pushes up against the full court press. Morales finds herself open. Back to Idir. Top of the key, lines up another three. No good. Rebound chased down. Lopez couldn't handle it. Asamoah did. Passes it up to Finelli. She goes in hard on Thorin Lewis, and she banks it home. The lead balloons to 12, Joe.
Well, again, Eddie, who wants it more at this point? It's been desire, effort on the part of Lehman.
This full court press proving to be a real issue for the Bearcats with no answers thus far. Thorin Lewis spots up for three. She knocks it down. Cut this lead back to single digits.
Thorin Lewis is another capable shooter.
Matthias now looking to answer, and she does. Two-pointer for Giselle Matthias.
Well, everything Lehman is doing is working. And
you mentioned it, Joe. They're a three-point shooting team, and they've taken a bunch. They were going to start falling eventually.
I think Baruch has got to try and make a positive play going into the fourth quarter, and Coach K has to really sit down and let them contemplate a bit.
Bearcats don't get back on defense. That leaves Asamoah open for a lane, and she's going to the free throw line. Something they have not done often this game.
Well, she went to the basket not to be denied. And I think that could be the theme of the game, that Lehman was down and out, but they got up, and they haven't stopped since.
Asamoah getting aggressive in this third quarter. She's got 13 points and 7 rebounds to go along with her 5 assists. Good all-around game as she misses the first free throw.
Well, she's really played.
Figueroa, on the other hand, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists of her own.
She's really played. Lehman's got some really stellar play from different people when it counted.
Araho heads to the bench with 11 points of her own, 4 for 10 from the field. 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Baruch Bearcats down by 12. Full court press. Stolen by the Lightning. Mushmaniro ends up with it. And with 20 seconds left, the Lightning look to increase their lead with a last-second shot. Figueroa setting up the offense, finds Finelli. Miscommunication there. Figueroa spots up, drives in. Defended by Morales. Foul called with 5.6 left to go in this third quarter, and Figueroa going back to the free throw line. Joe.
Well, Baruch's body language, they seem dejected. They seem frustrated. And it's going to take a nice timeout from Coach K at the end of the period to try and calm the Lady Bearcats down and try and get them to figure out, it's not what happened, but what's going to happen.
A lot of hands on hips for the Bearcats. Heads down. Isabella Cosolaria, one of the Bearcats' leading scorers overall this season, hasn't seen the floor for the second half of this third quarter. Figueroa goes 1 for 2 from the line. Bearcats look to get a last-second shot off to cut into this deficit. Stolen by Mushwaniru. 4 seconds left. Here's Matthias with a long two, no good. And the Bearcats will go into the fourth quarter, down 13. 59-46, the Lightning lead. Coach K to talk to his team.
Well, Eddie, at 59-46, if you're Baruch Nation, you're probably thinking that's a mistake on the scoreboard. But the reality is that all of a sudden Baruch stopped playing, literally. And Coach K can only do so much. He's not in the game. And Lehman just got a rebirth and just decided that they were going to play. And, in life sometimes if you stop, people are just going to bypass you, whatever the metaphor, cliche. But the good thing is there's 10 minutes left. We've seen comebacks before. Baruch is a capable team, but what's the problem? Why the frustration? Why the body language? We don't know that, but we hope for a turnaround here in the fourth period because there's a lot on the line, Eddie. It's CUNY, it's conference play, it's tradition, it's rivalries, it's short memory. These games go so quickly. You got to be ready for the next game, and mentally and physically.
Both of these teams 4-2 within conference. Bearcats coming in on a 3-game winning streak, and the Lightning just losing their last. You think the Bearcats came with some momentum, but early on, the Lightning looked down and out. Like you mentioned, look at their heads hanging, down 6 points, but all of a sudden they've stormed back going into this fourth quarter.
Well, that was a travel.
Figueroa picks up where she left off.
Figueroa did a little dance step like we're in the Copacabana.
Active hands by Finelli once again, stolen by the Lightning. Finds Mushmaniru. She can't put it through, finds her own miss, and she puts it through.
Well, this is too easy for Lehman.
Some lackluster effort out of the Bearcats now. This full-court press is absolutely dismantling this Bearcats offense. Maniru goes in strong, foul on idea.
Well, what do you do, David, when you've lost that, what's the word, that oomph, that will?
Spark.
What is that? We keep using the classic word Rocky. Rocky was an underdog. He was down and out. I guess he heard that voice, said, get up. And, he found a way. We want this to really be something that doesn't carry over.
Maniru goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, but the Lehman Lightning get the rebound. In and out for Finelli, and here come the Bearcats.
That was one time that I was glad the rim wasn't good. And for
Morales
the WD-40.
with a bit of a hop step before the dribble, another travel. Bearcats can't get out of their own way, Joe. I don't know if it's an energy thing. I don't know what it is, but they can't get out of their own way.
Well, let's face it, Eddie, sometimes you have these games, you don't like them, you have them. How do you regroup? Hey, next game is not too far away.
Samoa finds Maniru in the paint, and another easy 2 for the Lightning as the lead has somehow ballooned to 20.
But, in life you got to compete. You can't give up.
Here's Figueroa crashing into the standings. Gets it back, and McCray here finds that here top of the key. She lines one up. In and out. Rebound taken by Figueroa. Active energy across this entire Lightning roster. Samoa goes in strong, fakes the pass, and left-handed banks it home once again. 22-point lead for the Lightning. The Bearcats look like they're tapping out.
Eddie, the game got out of hand. It's something that the team has to talk about.
Bearcats have not dismantled this full court press by the Lightning. Early on, it looked like they knew how to handle it. They really did. But it seems like we've gone 20 possessions in a row where this ball gets lost on its way up the floor. They won't pass it ahead.
Well,
dribbles into contact, into traffic.
Eddie, it's clear that mentally there's an issue today on the part of the Lady Bearcats. This is not characteristic of the program or the players.
Figueroa airballs the shot from the corner. And now here's Isabella looking to push the pace. Gets around Finelli, goes up on the right side. Blocked by Maniru, but a foul. And that'll send Isabella to the free throw line, maybe get herself going here.
Well, let's credit Lehman in having a game plan that didn't allow Isabella Castellaria to be a factor because she is, let's face it, the number one scoring threat for the Lady Bearcats. So they were successful there. You mentioned they've been successful in their press, highly successful, and they were great at weathering a storm when they were ready to pack it in.
You have to wonder what Coach for Lehman said in the timeout about that full court press, because early on the Bearcats were handling it well. But maybe all Coach said was, hey, look, these passes that are going ahead across the floor, they've got some air under them. If you hustle to the ball, you will get a hand on it, and it's proven itself. They've gotten,
well,
what feels like 6 straight steals.
We talked early in the game that Baruch had too many turnovers, and that just turned into a bigger story.
Joe, going into this second half, we said turnovers. It was about even. I think there were 10 or 12 apiece. We're in the fourth quarter. The Lightning have 14 and the Bearcats have 26.
26 turnovers is just a high number. It's a high number.
I know we sound like a broken record here, but it really does seem to be like that full court press took effect.
The game has a lot of like a novel. It's got a lot of chapters to it. But we keep seeing the reasons why this is a 68-47 game, Eddie. We had a different chapter early. It's a different story. But now the story is it's a Lehman game.
Samoa tried to get in her bag there. No good. Well defended by Morales. They got the Bearcats with their first time of not seeing a full court press. Let's see what kind of offense they can set up.
Well, the next 7 minutes is going to tell the story of the Baruch season.
DeLuca spots up for 3, no good. Rebound by McCray. Into traffic, she's fouled and headed to the free throw line.
Well, that's good. Stops the clock, gives Baruch more time, and is a positive hustle play with a chance to cash in on the deficit for the Lady Bearcats. We want to make it clear to the Baruch Nation, thank you always so much for tuning in, that this is all like learning lessons on the court and off the court. Things don't go your way. Do you pack it up or you find a way, okay? You always have to keep moving it forward. Life is not fair. Games are not fair. But how do you keep moving forward? So the lessons now, 7 minutes to go. How does Baruch deal with the adversity that they have? It's going to be a telltale, Eddie, for the season coming.
McCray goes 2 for 2 from the line, and Thorin Lewis with the block. The Bearcats now looking to push. Thorin Lewis back to Idir. 6:45 left to go in this fourth quarter. Bearcats down 19. Idir orchestrates, finds Morales, steps back on the baseline. No good. Rebound taken by Finelli.
Well, it was a good shot. Good move, good shot by Morales. It didn't drop. Now, I want to see a stellar defensive last 6 minutes, 24 seconds by the Lady Bearcats. If you show me a defensive effort, I know that's going to bode well moving forward.
Finelli had a good look and dish, but couldn't finish. And Isabella Costellari with a right-handed scoop on the left side.
Well, that was a positive play. Good look, good catch, good finish.
Here's Finelli once more. Gets it in to Maniru. She steps through. No good. Rebound by Figueroa. And fouled by Morales. 5:54 left to go in this fourth quarter. 68-51 Lightning lead.
Ed, you've done a yeoman's job on pronouncing some last names that have been really, tough ones.
Put in the work, Joe. Put in the work last night. Get that memorization in. Here's Figueroa to the free throw line now. Hits the first. Increases the lead to 18.
Well, Figueroa has had a solid game.
Two for two from the line, and Emily Kennedy will check in for Figueroa.
I'll tell you, Figueroa can probably start for most teams in CUNY with her play.
She's received well by her bench teammates. The full court press once more. Thorin Lewis finds McCray in the paint. McCray puts on the deck and loses it. Now here comes Maniru. Maniru crosses over McCray. Gets it to Araho. Goes in right-handed scoop hook, no good. Rebound by McCray.
Well,
heads up play by Samoa, and she steals it.
Well, that's been the theme of the night. Heads up play by Lehman.
Here's Finelli, top of the key. Idea dares her to shoot. She will. No good. Chased down by Kennedy. And a new shot clock for the Lightning. Here's Asamoah. Crossover Lopez. Gets her off her feet. Kicks it out to Finelli. She lines up a three. No good. Rebound by Maniru now. Puts it back up and in. It's just an effort thing, Joe, as the lead balloons to 21 now.
Well,
largest of the night.
You know, it's been a consistent path for Lehman. How, you know what, we thought about just a three-point shooting team, but they've done it every way possible.
Isabella missed a three on one end. Lightning turn it over on the other. It's back with the Bearcats.
Unfortunately, Eddie, Lehman just wanted it more, and that's about it.
Bearcats attack the press correctly. Here's Thor Lewis, cross court to Rydier. Drives in hard. Loses the ball. Good hands by Maniru. Passes it up to Finelli. Precious Mitchell in the game now. Finelli finds herself open, puts it up, and puts it through. 2-point shot for Finelli. Lead now 23.
Well, Finelli, that's her first make of the night.
Here's Isabella, finds Idea. Top of the key. Gets it to Thorin Lewis. Nothing going there. Here's Precious Mitchell in the paint. Baseline jumper for Isabella, air ball. Rebounded by Finelli. Joe, if the game keeps going the way we expect it to, the Baruch Bearcats will drop to 4-3 in the conference. The Lightning will move up to 5-2 as Finelli is fouled by Idea.
This is certainly a disappointing loss, if we don't want to say, because the game is still going on. This would be very disappointing. This is an uncharacteristic performance by the Lady Bearcats. But if it's a mental problem, Eddie, how do you correct it very quickly?
Finelli knocks down the first. Joe, I think it's about how you finish this game. That's where it starts. You finish this game with some energy, finish this game with some positive ways to look at the glass half full, and maybe you can come back the next game saying we had some things that worked, we had some things that didn't. You can appreciate Lehman's preparation for Isabella.
Well, you know, you got to look at each other and look in your eye and say, look, I got your back always. It's a belief system. It's, it's dealing with life, off the court, on the court.
Mandy Lynn checks into the game for the Bearcats. Almost stolen by the Lightning, but picked up by Thorin Lewis. Euros. Mandy Lynn cutting a Thorin Lewis through to the corner. Turnover by the Bearcats.
I believe, and I say this every game, if the Lady Bearcats had a traditional floor leader, somebody who could distribute the ball, develop a tone, a flow, you can help Coach K out with that. We don't have that.
Figueroa off the mark on the long two. Here comes Lopez, loses the handle, picks it back up, and Figueroa ends up with the ball here. Pushes up to Arajo, goes on the right side, drops it off for Kennedy, but couldn't handle it. Back the other way come the Bearcats. Thorin Lewis. But Figueroa tips it, ends back with Lopez. Baseline drops it off for Precious Mitchell, and she's fouled, headed to the line.
Yeah, I mean, that's
a hectic one there.
Yeah, both teams, like I said, it's been a racehorse style of basketball. But Lehman, we've repeated it, they hung in. You know, they took a lot, and they found a way back in and literally took over the game.
Precious Mitchell, first time at the line. This is the first.
And Eddie, the season is not a sprint; it's a marathon. Every game has a different story. But it's again, next game up, you got to really have a short memory, and you got to make adjustments, figure things out.
Leading scorer tonight for the Bearcats, Isabella Costelarier with 15 points, but shooting 4 for 14 from the field, and it just doesn't feel like she's had that much of an impact as we're used to, Joe.
Well, the other thing is Lehman had a game plan for her.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't let her really roam free. And so Baruch needed second and third options. DeLuca, some games will be that. Idea could be that. Morales has had, some productivity offensively. McCray.
And the starters check out for the Lightning. With 6 seconds left to go on this shot clock. DeLuca, good hands. Ball gets out to Matthias. She's got to put up a desperation shot. No good. Rebounded by Thornton Lewis. Pushes ahead to Lopez. Here's DeLuca. Left baseline air ball. Picked up by Mitchell. Couldn't save it. 2:09 left to go in this fourth quarter. Lightning leads 76-52 as the Bearcats seem to have just run out of gas.
Well, they just didn't have an effective answer, Eddie, for what was happening.
Cheyenne Hoaxie to Matthias. Simon Rahman for three, no good.
Now let's give Lehman credit. They've had a lot of contributions for a lot of different players, Eddie.
DeLuca trying to find Precious Mitchell, couldn't get it through. Here's Matthias on Thornton Lewis, right side, no good. And back come the Bearcats. Minute 30 left to go in this fourth quarter. DeLuca finds herself wide open for three, and she knocks it down.
Well, that's always a good sign. Lola's a very good all-around player.
To the delight of the fans. That's here Cheyenne Hoaxie. To Rahman once more. A completely different offense team, as you can see, based on the ball movement here. Tipped out of bounds.
Well, the Lehman starters did their job.
They did. Absolutely.
If they're getting a rest, heck, they earned it. They were out of it, Eddie. Storm back.
Good hands by Mitchell, stolen by the Bearcats. Thornton Lewis pushes the pace behind the back. Finds Lopez, back to Thornton Lewis. She spots up for three. No good that time. Rebound by Rahman. Mandy Lynn with active hands. She picks up the ball. 36 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Some positive signs for the Bearcats as DeLuca gets it. Drops it off to Lopez. Sees the double teams, dribbles it out. Here's Precious Mitchell. Finds Mandy Lynn. She steps back for a little two-point jumper and knocks it down.
Well, it's good to see people, getting their playing time, scoring. Mm-hmm. It's great for them, their friends, their families, their memories.
And the Lightning look to dribble it out. Final score, 76-57. The Lightning win. And the Bearcats, after tonight, have to wonder where it all went wrong. Starting the half with a 6-point lead, looking really good, Joe, and it just fell apart.
Well, Eddie, excuse me, we have to really take a look at what really caused the turnaround, because it was a turnaround. We felt we were in complete control of the game, and the worst thing is that you let a team hang around. Anything can happen. Mm-hmm. So once Baruch didn't expand on that, letting them hang around, that's when the floodgates opened up, and now you have this final score and, unfortunately, a loss. So what Coach K has to do now is get his team to take a deep breath and to talk about, let people get up and talk about what they think happened, and let them talk amongst themselves, because sometimes you as a coach have to step away, and it's an internal issue. And then you have to get everybody to believe in each other again before they leave the facility. Right? We can't have any ill feelings.
Yep.
We're a team.
You got to leave it on the floor, leave it in the locker room.
Right. In life, you can't do it alone. You need people to help. In a game, even Michael Jordan needed help. So we just want to end this. Baruch Nation, please stay tuned. The men will be coming aboard in about 25 minutes. Big rivalry game for them. But, Eddie, we don't want to dwell on what happened. We really want to dwell on these amazing young student athletes. It's what's the lesson they learned tonight in life, and how are they going to make an adjustment, right? You didn't do well on a particular paper, might wanted a better score on your test. You don't pack it in. look for a way. So I can't wait till the next game because I think we're going to see a revitalized Lady Bearcat team.
I completely agree. I don't think they'll take this lightly. I think they'll take it, quite honestly, I think they'll take it personally. And they'll come back with hopefully a bit more fire in their gut, ready to redeem themselves because they had that 3-win streak going, and that they're in the hunt. They want to stay in it. And so.
Yeah, sometimes, Eddie, as you know, again, you could do everything right. Well, look at sports. You can't believe sometimes what, changes. You went for a drink, you come back, your team is down 10, they're up 15.
Yep.
Well, what do? Oftentimes, the stronger teams mentally has nothing to do with conditioning. Where you are mentally and how quickly can you, get off the canvas and be better than before. But let's step away, and we'll be back in a bit for the men's game. Please join us, Baruch Nation.
You're watching the Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting YouTube channel. Men, Baruch versus Lehman Lightning, set to tip off at 7:30 Eastern. We'll be right back.